Kerry led the pack on day 2
Down here, Kerry.
and was rewarded with immunity.
Well done. First place.
The awesome foursome made it across the line,
Thank God that's over.
leaving Kev and Craig in a fight for survival.
Where are you going?
Tonight,
Got to catch this guy.
who will be going home?
Hurry up, run!
Craig or Kevin?
This is going to come down to the wire.
Then,
It's time to weigh in.
with Katrina and Kerry holding immunity,
I'm not ready to go home.
the fight to stay above the yellow line is tougher than ever.
You are as worthy as anyone else in this room.
Can the awesome foursome control the game?
We've made it to this point, and so now for one of us to go.
Or will they have to vote out one of their own?
That's my worst nightmare.
Day 2 of the Super Challenge, and another contestant will be eliminated. 5 contestants have already swum their way out to the boat and are going through to the final week.
So you're safe, hey?
The only thing between Craig and elimination is Kevin. They're within inches of the finish line.
This is going to come down to the wire.
Craig came out of the tunnel in 6th place and turned left. Where the heck's he going?
What's he going down there? Craig! Where you going?
Right way.
Sharon changed the sign.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Run down there.
about that.
What did you do?
Sharon faced it the other way.
Hurry up, run!
Oops, my fault.
I wanted to get a bit of a lead on the boys just in case something went bad. I saw this arrow that said right, so I turned the arrow to the left.
We'll face that way. Oh, I didn't think you'd actually pay attention to it.
It comes out now, the girls are playing the game.
Even though I was coming last, I knew Craig wasn't too far ahead. Maybe I could catch him on land.
I was really frustrated after running the wrong way. This was a costly part of the game. I never knew how much of a lead I had over Kev. I didn't dare look to see how far away he was because I knew that would make me more nervous.
Hey! That's the way you do it. Here's Kev. Kev just through now. Run, mate! Come on, mate, let's go. You got legs, mate, use them.
Craig climbs into the boat, secures his position in this competition, just as Kevin starts running down the jetty. Like, it was close.
Congratulations, mate.
Made it.
6th place.
Kev, sorry, buddy. I'm sorry to say you have been eliminated.
Unfortunately, in the Super Challenge, Kevin was last. He'd been eliminated and was to go home immediately.
I was disappointed that I come last because I didn't want to finish on that note. At my last weigh-in, I was still 167 kilos. I've still got a long way to go. However, I'm not finished and I'm not done. I'll certainly be a lighter weight when you see me next.
Biggest Loser gave me the kickstart I needed. Certainly helped me change my life. I'm looking towards getting married, having a family, travelling, all these types of things that I thought that were not going to be possible.
Go, harder,
I trained for 2 to 2.5 hours a day in 2 different sessions.
Well done. Breather. Good work.
So eating's a little bit different from what it used to be. Now when I'm cooking, I'm not cooking for an army. I'm making sure that everything stays to a strict nutrition plan. It's a little bit different from the popcorn chicken that I used to make, yeah? I've set myself a goal to have lost 100 kilos by my 2nd finale. There's no doubt in my mind that I would ever go back to the person that I used to be. It's not going to happen.
I was certainly scared in the Super Challenge. I thought I was going home, so it's a big worry going forward that I've got to do more if I want to stay in here to the end.
How are we, my 3 amigos?
Good.
Pretty good? You thawed out from the Super Challenge?
Yeah.
Kerry, 1st place, immunity. But still, I'd like you to go as hard as possible, lose as much weight as possible. Craig, you're still not allowed to train as part of this group. Craig chose to pass on the fridge,
I'm not going to risk that, so I'll pass it off, give it to Kev.
and for that, he was red carded.
Craig.
Craig, that means you are benched. You cannot train with your trainer all week.
Everything that he did this week was on his shoulders.
You feel like you're an outsider from the rest of them at the moment?
Yeah, definitely now, so more than ever. You know, the 4 girls are all in a tight little group and Kerry's part of that group. So unless I'm in the top 2 in the next couple of eliminations,
You'll be toast.
It's common knowledge now that Craig is being targeted. And Craig's focus is up and down. One week he's the biggest loser of the week. The next week he's on the bottom of the table.
my health slipped away the last 5 years or so. Last time I ever exercised would have been back in my 20s when I used to race bikes. Got a few Australian titles, made the finals. But since about 23, pretty much have done no exercise for the last 12 years. If I keep going the way I have been, I'm not going to be here for long. Doctors have told me for years that it's only a matter of time before the heart gives in.
All right, Craig. Sin bin, Sharon, rower, Kerry, rower.
Last chance training is going to be tough. We're moving into the last few weeks here at The Biggest Loser, so if they want to remain here, they have to dig deeper than ever. That is just the name of the game.
Have you given it your all? If not, up it now! Come on, Kerry. Legs! Those lungs feel like they're gonna burst. And it might not feel like it in the moment, but once you step up into those scales and you're above the yellow line, you will be bloody well grateful that you did it.
Watching Kerry and Sharon train with the commando, I'm asking myself if I've done enough before weighing. No matter how it happens, if I'm under that yellow line, I'm going home.
Keep pushing, let's go.
We have to start thinking strategy. You, my dear, have the immunity bracelet.
I do, still.
What are you thinking?
Well, the other 3 members of the team think that I should use it this week.
Alliances form at this stage of The Biggest Loser nearly every year. Sharon, Jane, Katrina and Tony started out training together.
That's why we're down here and they're up there, so they can't see what we're doing.
Then, the girls revealed their hands.
Shaz, take out the men.
And they took people out one by one in the challenge.
Oh, come on, ladies.
Give me another bucket.
Craig, you're out. Sorry, buddy.
We are awesome, Sharon. The awesome foursome strikes again.
They were bringing the best out in each other.
I know it's an individual race, but I don't want to leave her behind.
Why not form an alliance with like-minded people who you know have your back?
Thank you. And you got to remember, Craig hasn't had a trainer this week, so he hasn't trained as hard as us either.
Yeah.
So there's more chance of him being below the line.
All right, let's jump on the treadmills, get warmed up. I wanted those 2 girls to prove to me, even though they're in an alliance, that they had the stomach to fight their way above the yellow line. After all, this is Super Challenge Week. Let's take things to a whole new level. No fear in your heart, girls. Run for it. Let's go. Make those final part of your dreams come true. Come on, Jane, when your legs get tired, think about staying above that yellow line. Think what's on offer this week. Yeah, good girl. Come on, let's get rid of all those memories. Time to clean things up. If I was stepping into the boxing ring with these girls right now, I'd be very afraid because they look mighty tough and mighty empowered. What is it? What's in your way? Come on, I'm blocking. I'm in your way.
If Katrina uses the bracelet today, Craig has a 1 in 4 chance of being under the line. It's a huge difference in the odds.
Come on, girl.
Lifts you up that little bit more that you need.
I'm blocking. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Walking into weigh-in room, we're just hoping that it's Craig below the yellow line. Then we know that the 4 girls are safe.
Knowing I'm up against the awesome foursome, this week I got my back up against the wall. I need to stay above that yellow line so I'm not eliminated.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the weigh-in room. You can all see the finish line from here, but you do need to survive 2 more weigh-ins to make it to the final 4. And have the chance at winning that $75,000 in prize money.
That'd be nice.
This week kicked off with the fridge. And Kev dished out a red card penalty to Craig, which meant you couldn't train with the commando all week. Will this be a deciding factor on the scales today?
Sitting out, it was really hard. It really hurts to have that red card.
Cockatoo Island was the home for a super challenge. In the end, Kerry proved he is the fiercest competitor here by winning the race. And as a result, he has immunity today. Congratulations. Well done. So now just 6 of you remain, and soon it will be just 5. Katrina, you won the golden immunity bracelet weeks ago and you've not yet played it.
It's so hard because it is, I do feel it's a bit selfish to use it and push somebody else below the yellow line. But I am playing it today. It was very handy to have the bracelet. It's guaranteed me a pass to the very last weigh-in, and if I work really hard, I should get into the final on my own merit.
Katrina, any strategy behind today's decision?
There was a bit of strategy. We had a chat, the girls and I, yesterday about using it, and we felt that today was probably the best time. Kerry's got immunity, I've got immunity, and it lowers the odds for somebody else.
When Katrina chose to use a bracelet, it had me worried. It meant that I had to get in the top 2, otherwise I was getting sent home. I just hope I've done enough to stay above that yellow line.
Well, Katrina, no matter what happens in this weigh-in, you are safe from elimination, unless, of course, you put on weight. On that note, contestants, it's time to weigh in.
Coming up,
Craig, come on up.
with Craig in their sights, will the awesome foursome's dastardly plan play out?
He was the sacrificial lamb to keep the 4 girls together.
Or can Craig defy the odds to pull off the escape of a lifetime?
At the start of Super Challenge Week, there were 8 of us.
Katrina, you'll be weighing in first.
By the end of the weigh-in today, there'll be 5 of us, and there's never been a more important weigh-in.
Katrina, last week you weighed 107.9 kilos. Your current weight is 106.2 kilos. That's a loss of 1.7 kilos, and that gives you a weight loss percentage of 1.58%. Katrina, well, that is the good news. You are safe for another week. How does that feel, the last week in the house?
Well, that was my aim, to be here to the end, so I'm just an inch off it now.
With that number, are you glad now that you played the bracelet?
Yeah, I'm still pleased because I don't know what these guys have got in them. So now I know I've got a week to give 110% to make sure that I'm confident up here next week.
Let's talk about your little alliance over here.
Our friendship, Hayley.
How strong is your friendship?
I think it would be as tight as it could be. I don't think my time here would have been anywhere near as good without them. Oh, there's no secret that the 4 girls got very close. Their friendship's probably more important than winning the competition at this stage. I would love to see all 4 of us here right through to the end. Sorry, my friends, the 2 men there, but that would be the ultimate icing on the cake.
You can step down. Well done, Katrina.
Thank you.
Kerry, seeing you also have immunity, you're the next to weigh in. Come on up.
I'm really glad that Kerry's got immunity for this weigh-in because I definitely don't want Kerry to be going home if I'm still here.
Kerry, last week you weighed 107.5 kilos. Your current weight is 105.6 kilos. That's a loss of 1.9 kilos and gives you a weight loss percentage of 1.77% and moves you into first place, and you are safe for another week. Well done. With talk of an all-girl final, where do you fit into that equation, seeing your wife is part of that all-4 equation?
If it was the 4 girls, to see Tony there would be fantastic. But I'm afraid it's going to be 3 girls and maybe a fella with a girl's name, perhaps. Sorry, Craig.
Well, Kerry, well done and best of luck for the next week ahead.
Thanks, Ali.
Now it comes down to 4. 2 will be safe and 2 will fall below that dreaded yellow line. The next person to weigh in will be Jane. Good luck.
Kerry and Katrina have both weighed in, so the immunities are all done and there's only 2 safe spots. Gonna get a bit scary now.
Jane, last week you weighed 96.7 kilos. Your current weight is 95 kilos. That's a loss of 1.7 kilos, and that gives you a total weight loss percentage of 1.76%. And Jane, that puts you in 2nd spot. Well done. Do you think that number's good enough to keep you safe this week?
I hope so. It's a bit daunting knowing that there's only 2 spots safe this week. I don't want to wonder what I've missed out on. It's been an experience and I couldn't imagine going home without seeing it to the end with the girls.
I've always put myself on the back burner.
But when you get to the stage in your life and you don't like yourself,
like you hide behind your lifestyle, but I'm sick of being on the sidelines. I just want it all. I want to do this for myself.
when I started this, I wasn't really living the life. I was just cruising along. I had no idea what I was doing. I just thought I was going to come here to lose weight. I didn't realise that I was going to come here to find myself.
Well, Jane, great result this week. You can step down.
Thank you.
The next to face the scales will be Craig. Let's see if you've done enough. Come on up. Good luck.
It's a bit of a strange feeling that I've just got that cross on my back and they're all out to get me this week. I walked up to those scales and thought, this is it. Either I'm here to the last week or I'm going home.
Craig, last week you weighed 140.6 kilos. Your current weight is... The next to face the scales will be Craig. Come on up.
It was excruciating waiting for Craig to weigh in because we're all hoping he'd be under the yellow line, which is a bit mean, but he was the sacrificial lamb to keep the four girls together.
Craig, last week you weighed 140.6 kilos. Your current weight is... 137 kilos. That's a loss of 3.6 kilos, and that gives you a total weight loss percentage of 2.56% and puts you well and truly into first place. How safe are you feeling right now?
Well, I knew coming into this I had to be in the top two. I'd be going home, no doubt, but looking at the results today, it's enough so far, so I'm hoping it'll be enough to get me over the line.
Do you think, without knowing it, the Awesome Foursome has actually helped you become a stronger person?
Oh, definitely. You know, it certainly made me think twice about how much effort I had to put in. I've tried to do as much as I can this week to make up for missing Commando's training sessions. But this week more than ever, I think the Awesome Foursome thought they were home and hosed. They always doubt me, I guess. A lot of them go to bed early, don't see me up late working hard. Every time I get a spare half hour or so, I'm in that gym making sure I'm wearing off as much calories as I can.
Do you think you could be the wedge that actually drives these girls apart?
Guess it'll be interesting for the last week to see them broken up and lose one of their little pack.
Well, you're pretty determined to stay here, aren't you?
Yeah, from day one, I always imagined myself getting through to finale and to the end, and that's what I plan to do.
Well, Craig, good luck for the rest of the weigh-in. You can step down.
Thanks, Hayley.
The next to weigh in will be Sharon. Sharon, in order to beat Jane and sit above the yellow line, you need to lose at least 1.6 kilos. Come on up.
Okay. I really want to be above the yellow line, but after Craig weighed in and seeing his number, I was pretty nervous.
Sharon, last week you weighed 86.2 kilos. Your current weight is... 84.6 kilos. That's a loss of 1.6 kilos, and that gives you a weight loss percentage of 1.86%, and does put you above the yellow line for the moment. Well done.
Once Sharon weighed in, the whole awesome foursome sort of fell to bits once they realised that I was out of the equation to send home, and I knew that I was safe. I was above the yellow line.
Sharon, you are above the yellow line and safe for now.
Okay.
But unfortunately, Jane, you have fallen below the yellow line and you will be facing elimination. Jane, how are you feeling? Sharon, bittersweet moment.
It's going to be hard either way. Like, I'm either going to be getting voted out or having to vote one of them. So it's going to be hard.
Katrina, you look upset.
Oh, Jane's taken a bullet for me.
It's all good, Trini.
That's my worst nightmare, is seeing me above the yellow line where I should be below it.
You earned that bracelet. You earned that bracelet.
You deserve it, Trini.
Sharon, what do you think about all this?
She shouldn't feel like she's pushed Jane under. She shouldn't feel like that. She deserves to be here.
Yeah.
And we're still going to be friends when we get home, friends for life. Whatever happens today.
Are you ready to go home?
I'm not ready to go home, but, you know, there's a week left. It's the game. We knew it could happen.
Would you love to see it right through to the end?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just feel like I deserve it. I've been away from my girls for nearly 3 months, and to go home 1 week before, I don't want to do it. I've always exercised, I've always ate right. I've never missed a training, even when I felt shit the other day. I still went. Nah, I want to go all the way.
Well, Sharon, no matter what happens, you have been a true inspiration. Well done. You can step down.
Thank you.
You'll be right, doll. I'll go on going under, I'd say.
The last, but certainly by no means the least, Tony. Tony, to beat Sharon and be safe from elimination, you need to lose at least 1.8 kilos. Best of luck. Come on up.
Thanks.
I just put Craig in the safe spot. 2 girls under the yellow line. Whatever happens today, I'll fight all the way to the end.
Tony, last week you weighed 97.3 kilos. Your current weight is...
Coming up, who will finish below the yellow line as the awesome foursome are forced to vote off one of their own?
I hope she puts up a good fight.
The last, but certainly by no means the least, Tony. To beat Sharon and be safe from elimination, you need to lose at least 1.8 kilos. Best of luck. Come on up.
Thanks.
It was going to be either Tony or Sharon that was going to be under the yellow line with me, and everyone was on tenterhooks at that stage.
Tony, last week you weighed 97.3 kilos. Your current weight is... $95.1 kilos. That's a loss of 2.2 kilos. And that gives you a weight loss percentage of 2.26%. Congratulations, Tony. That does put you into second place. You are above the yellow line and safe from elimination. Well done.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, Sharon and Jane, you have fallen below the yellow line and you will be facing elimination together. I'm sorry, girls. Tony, you're now in the final week with your husband, but 2 of your best friends have fallen below the yellow line.
I know, that's... This is the worst case scenario. When we started on this journey, we didn't really know each other, and through the strength that we've lent to each other, we've made it to this point. And so now for one of us to go is going to be leaving a huge gap. I probably The easier way to get out of this would have been if I had gone under the yellow line, because then I wouldn't have to make this choice now.
No, Tony, no. I'm sorry. You are as worthy as anyone else in this room. You are. And any one of these ladies who are standing in your position right now would probably be feeling the same way you are, and you would never be begrudging of anyone standing in your position if you were below the yellow line. Yes or no?
No. Okay. It is nice to be there, because
Of course it is.
There you go.
I'm
Yes.
stoked
There
that
you go.
I've made it through to the final week, because, yeah. Thank you.
Well, Tony, best of luck tonight. I know it's going to be a very, very difficult decision to make. You can step down.
Thanks, Hayley.
It's hard knowing I'm going to be sitting next to Jane. We've shared a room right from the start. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope she puts up a good fight.
Unfortunately, Jane and Sharon, you've both fallen below the yellow line and you will be facing elimination. Whether you live to survive another week is completely up to your competitors. On a positive note, this week, you have added another $12,700 to your town. Great job, guys. That now takes the town's total to $117,320. Great job, guys. That is what this year's Biggest Loser is all about. Congratulations must go to the biggest loser of the week, Craig.
Third time, eh? Getting biggest loser of the week for a second time in a row. That's 3 times I've got it now. I plan to do it again next week, so I just got to make sure I do.
Kerry, Tony, Craig and Katrina. I know tonight is going to be extremely emotional for you all, so I'll give you some time to think about it and I'll see you at elimination.
Thanks,
Hayley. I'm really glad to be above the yellow line, but the prospect of having to send one of the 2 girls home is excruciating. You sort of think to yourself, if you could put yourself into one of those positions, then one of them wouldn't have to be feeling the way that they're feeling.
I could see that Sharon was getting emotional. She was in a bit of a dark place, and she was doing it tough.
The girls have approached this week with the idea that Craig would fall below the yellow line. It's pretty clear that that's how you all had it planned out.
Yep.
You've gotten upset because you haven't been able to control the situation or the circumstance.
Yeah.
And it's backfired on you. What is the thing that you can control?
Oh, God.
Your performance. Moving forward, you've got to face the unfortunate circumstance of sitting in that elimination chair, pleading your case, come so far in this journey, and it's not over.
Yeah.
Just remember, at the end of the day, you've got a husband and 2 beautiful girls to go home to,
Yeah.
and a life to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bigger picture. And for myself, I don't even know how that's going to play out.
I don't
Jesus,
know.
the both of you were part of the original black team.
Yeah. I know.
I don't think Sharon's ready to go home. She's got unfinished business here. But if that's the way the cookie crumbles, that's something that she's going to have to deal with. You know, you don't know what's around the corner.
I think that surprised a few people.
It's a mighty big cat in the hen house, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's better one of them than me, I guess. That's how I'm feeling, but it's...
Vice versa, mate, vice versa.
I still feel for them all, though. It's, yeah, it was never going to be easy. Like both are very similar, I guess.
Because if you think of competition-wise, they're probably dead set level anyway.
Yeah, I guess with Sharon, been training with us since day one in the Commandos group, and
yeah, I suppose the other side of that, though, is if Sharon goes, we'll get more personalised attention from him.
Yeah, 2 in the Commandos training sessions better than having 3, I guess. We can train a lot harder.
It's so hard for me because I was under the line last week.
Yep.
And those 2 girls just spoke so highly of me, so to get me
yeah, of course.
It's just going to be just bloody horrendous for me. It's just...
It's going to be by far the hardest elimination. Like, there's 2 girls that dearly want to be here next week. One of them won't be. I think it's going to be a night for tissues tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to Elimination. Hi everyone, welcome to Elimination. This has been a 10-week-long physical and emotional slog. And now it's come down to this. Sharon and Jane, you've been influential forces in this competition. There is no doubt everyone would love to see both of you here right to the end. But sadly tonight, one of you must go. You planned for an all-girl, awesome foursome finale. Unfortunately, that dream ends here tonight. It's now up to Katrina, Craig, Tony and Kerry to decide who stays and who goes. Voters, you have a supremely difficult decision to make. Because both of these women deserve to be here. Katrina, hard to see these two girls sitting here?
Because it should be me. On that side, not here.
I haven't had one bad thought about her using the bracelet at all. Not one, no hard feelings. No bracelet's gonna stop our friendship, mate.
I'd expect nothing less from those two.
Tony, how are you feeling?
I feel like I should have been more prepared for this, but maybe I didn't sort of want to go there. Yeah.
I'm sure if these two girls were sitting on that side and you two were over here,
it'd be the same.
It would be exactly the same.
Doesn't make it easier, though.
Doesn't make it easier. Craig, what's going through your mind?
It's really sad to see them go. We've all been here since day one and we all started in Commando's team together, me and the two girls there, and it's not easy to send either of these guys home. It's hard to see what they're going to come up with, really, because we've all come so far. It's only a week or two, and what can you say at this stage to stay?
Sharon, how do you feel being up against Jane tonight?
Jane, like, when I first saw her, I thought, oh, she's a bit crazy, that one, you know. But then we started talking and we just bonded straight away, and either way one of us is going, that sucks. Me and Shaz have clicked right from the start. It's like, she has my secrets and I have her secrets, and it hasn't changed from day dot, hasn't it? Yeah. And I never come in here thinking that I was going to make friends for life. It's like I come in here with my blinkers on. It's been chucked into an environment where we've all struggled and we've held on to each other to keep each other strong. It just blows me mind.
Why do these three women mean so much to you?
Not only have they stood beside me, but they've stood behind me. It's been a real eye-opener.
Tony, has hearing these ladies talk made your decision any easier?
I can think of lots of reasons to keep them, but I just can't make a decision between the two.
Katrina?
The only name I can think to write down is my name.
Jane, why do you feel you still need to be here right to the end?
Because I know I still haven't achieved what I need to achieve. Until you can look someone in the eye and say that you're actually 100% proud of yourself and you love yourself, then your journey's never going to be ended. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's still a journey that I need to do.
Sharon, is there anything that you would like to say to these guys over there before they vote?
I don't want to go home. And I don't want to send Jane home. I feel like I sacrificed a lot to come here. I want to prove to myself, prove to my kids that I can go all the way.
Voters, I understand this is an extremely gut-wrenching decision you're about to make. But it is now time for you to write down the name of the person who you choose to send home. Will it be Sharon or Jane? Contestants, it's time to vote. Voters, I understand this is an extremely gut-wrenching decision you're about to make, but it is now time for you to write down the name of the person who you choose to send home. Will it be Sharon or Jane? Contestants, it's time to vote. Jane and Sharon, the first person to receive 3 votes will be eliminated. If it comes down to a hung vote, 2 votes apiece, then the person with the lowest weight loss percentage will be eliminated. And I'm sorry to say, Jane, that person is you. It's now time to reveal your votes. Katrina, please reveal your vote.
God, I don't want to do this. Jane's my training partner and it's the only way I could look at it. I chose Sharon.
Sharon, that's 1 vote to you. Craig, please reveal your vote.
Like everyone, it's hard to come up with anything, really. I looked at, who's my biggest threat, but both of them are a threat. Both of them want to be here and try hard every week. And at the end, I pretty much looked down to whoever had the result on the scales today. And for that reason, I've gone with Jane.
Jane, that's 1 vote to you. Sharon, you also have 1 vote. Jane, you only need 1 more vote and you will be eliminated. Tony, please reveal your vote.
I didn't want to write down anyone's name either. And then I can't explain it. I've written James. Sorry, no.
Sorry. Jane, I'm sorry to say that's 2 votes to you. I'm sorry to say you have been eliminated.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Kerry, there's obviously no need to see your vote. Jane, how are you feeling?
I'm still proud of what I've achieved. I've faced a lot of things that I've hidden from, and I've learnt no matter how long you run, if you turn around and face it, you can get it done.
No more running?
Not from me problems, no more, no. Just for the fun of it. I just feel sorry for Trini. She's going to have to go one-on-one with Shannon now.
Why do you think I'm crying?
Well, Jane, I am incredibly sad to say the votes have been cast and it has been decided that you are not the biggest loser. But not only have you lost an amazing 26.7 kilos, you're now outgoing and bursting out of your skin with confidence and happiness. We wish you all the best of luck, and me personally, I cannot wait to see you at finale. Jane, it is now time for you to say your goodbyes.
Thanks, Hayley.
It's definitely bittersweet saying goodbye to Jane. I'm happy that I've got to stay, but I'm not happy that Jane's gone.
I can't wait to see you.
You'll be shocked.
See you soon.
See you in Ararat, guys. See you, Jane. See ya.
See ya.
Terrible.
I know I've still got a long way to go, but I'm extremely proud of what I've achieved. I've learnt that I'm a lot stronger than I really thought I was. And can't wait to go back to Ararat and show everyone what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Life's pretty good back at home. Like, the kids were always an important part of my life, but now we go to the park and spend a lot of time outdoors with them.
Awesome, getting that heart rate up.
It's the first thing I do now. Like, I wake up and I go to the gym and it makes you feel really good in yourself.
That's it, use your arms and your legs.
Not only physically, but mentally, like, I'm a different person. Everything's changed. I didn't realise that I was going to find myself again. It's probably the best thing I've ever done.